probably should have done this before I clicked start. Whoa. Just want to make sure that I'm lit decently. The frame rate isn't weird or anything. I think that's okay. I am fine with that. Okay, so this is going to be a New Game Plus of Sunless Sea. I have a file that I'm about to end, and I will begin a new captain. And this is kind of just going to be like an introduction to the game / I already know what I'm doing, sort of. I kind of know where I'm going to be going with this. So I'm going to show everybody. This first part's going to be kind of for people who know what is happening in the game right now, like what I'm going to be talking about. And then I'm going to just kind of jump into... This music seems semi-loud, all things considered. Okay, so this first part's going to be kind of just for people who understand what I'll be talking about and why I'm choosing what I'm choosing. And then I'm going to dive into just the basics as I start playing with my new captain. So I have a captain right now who is just about to retire with the Zong of the Z. Gained 5 hearts, 5 pages. Cool. Alright, so this is where the New Game Plus element comes into play. I had a kid, so I can choose 2 legacies, and legacies are basically things you can keep from your previous game and carry into a new game. So basically I'm going to go with... I had 4,000 gold left, but I made the conscious decision to not carry a lot of gold into my next playthrough because it'll give me a huge boost right from the get-go that I think will be a little unfair and will remove from some of the enjoyment of the game. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do Rival so I can keep some of my iron, which will be a nice boost for attacking enemies. Memento Mori, this is a weapon that you can craft using a quest in the game. And it's a fairly easy quest to do, all things considered, so I'm not going to get it yet. Instead, I'm going to stick with my deck weapon, which is what I will inherit from my previous file. And then I am in a toss-up between... It's 50% of my pages, that's just an extra 5 pages. A toss-up between mirrors and veils for just an extra 2k gold as my second legacy. I'm considering going mirrors because I'm not one to just like dodge past fights. I like to participate in them, and I think it'll be good for my character. So this is kind of my legacy that I had landed on. I had tried this out before, figuring out my legacy before I did this. So I will be gaining 50% of my iron skill, which is basically the damage I do in battle. Also, the skills will be used in different things throughout the game. And one weapon, which is this main weapon for my ship, deck weapon, the Thrasher. This is the most expensive weapon you can buy in the store, and it's only like a few thousand. And then I'm going to retain 50% of my mirror skill, which will end up just being 34 again, and then 50% of my money, which will be just 2k to start. It'll be a brand new chart, so a whole new map, randomly generated for the most part, a good part. My hearts get increased by 25. I don't know what a Dream of Red was, but we'll figure that out as we go. So I get I start with 50 hearts, which I am perfectly fine with. So this is just kind of everything that I have. So I'm going to accept that legacy, and we're going to start a new cat. And I'm really excited. I've sunk probably at least over 20 hours into my previous game, and I won. I did some save file manipulation, but only to expedite like quests and farming and stuff. I don't think I ever did it to dodge death, as far as I can remember. And I'm not going to do any of that here. So, let's begin. So this is kind of where the new people who don't know what Sunless Sea is can kind of understand what I'm talking about. Sunless Sea is kind of like FTL, where you have this big, I don't even know, it's kind of roguelike in the way FTL is, but you captain a ship and it goes around the Neath, which is a huge cavern that has the Untersee in it, which is a huge sunless sea. And it's crazy. It's like H.P. Lovecraft mixed with other kind of gothic horror, with a good amount of comedy mixed in. It's pretty funny at times, but it's a great, all sorts of different islands and everything. And your base camp here is Fallen London, which is London that has been dragged underneath the earth into the Neath by bats. It's some weird lore in the Fallen London browser game. You can go play it for free. I haven't touched it, so I don't know a whole lot about the lore. There's actually a lot of things in the game that I haven't read, because it's really text-based as well. Aside from ship combat, you're going to be in this book. You're a gazetteer a lot of the time reading stuff, which is it's fine. It makes it easier for the game developers to add content to the game, and it adds a level of like that classic H.P. Lovecraft element to it. So, what we have to do now, I'll show you kind of the heads-up display to show you what everything does. Up here in the corner, we have our ship stuff. 0, -1, this is our speed, going reverse forward. This green stuff here is our hull, which is also represented down here. And then our hold capacity is this white right here in the middle. This is our fuel. We burn through this faster if we're up at 2, which will probably be most of the time. We can slow down to 1 and we'll use less fuel. I don't know if it's more efficient that way. And if we have our lights on, it'll also use fuel. Hunger, every tick, it's like every 7-10 seconds there's a tick in the game that pushes the hunger forward. And the more crew you have over here, the more hunger you use. And when you get to this threshold here, which is 50, you'll use a supply. And we start with 5. Around as supplies, you go over that 50 threshold, you start to get into some crazy stuff. This is terror. When you're out at sea and you're not in any lights or near a dock or whatever, your terror will go up quickly. And if you have your lights off, it'll go up even faster. So we kind of have to manage that. The higher up your terror goes, you'll go crazy, start pushing, your crew off of the ship and not even realize you're doing it. Your crew can mutiny. A lot of bad things can happen. So we need to keep our terror in check, definitely early game. This is where our officers will go. They boost our stats down here, and they also have their own individual quests that we can follow. We start with a comatose ferret, I think, every time. So we got hearts, which we start with 51, which is cool. Hearts, I don't know if it has any. Sometimes helps with tests around terror. If it has any gameplay mechanics involved. I don't know because it doesn't affect your hull or your health, so I don't know what it does in the actual game. But these are all used in like little tests, skill checks, like almost like a D&D type thing that you can do in stories. Veils decreases the range at which enemies will spot you. So basically there's a circle around enemies. If you get in it, they'll see you. The higher up your skill of Veils is, the smaller that circle will be. Pages, this is something that I'm going to boost this playthrough. Increases the speed at which you convert fragments to secrets. Down here in our logbook below my webcam, this black bar here is our pages score, and fragments is XP. So the more fragments you get, it fills up this bar, and you get a secret. And a secret is like a level up / currency, and you can use a secret to level up one of your skills, or you can spend a secret in different story things, all kinds of stuff. But the higher up your pages, obviously the fewer fragments you need to fill up the bar. So it's almost like, getting 10 intelligence in Fallout. You just level up faster. So I think that's what I'm going to be boosting, because you can boost a skill by choosing your past here. Obviously crew, we can change our photo here. And then we got the gazetteer here. Move this out of the way. Here's our little measly ship. Dang, that's adorable. And then we got our stuff down here, but we'll get to that. So that's kind of just the overall heads-up display, how it works. So here we go. Captain's making. 3 decades ago in the reign of Victoria, London was stolen by bats. Now it lies a mile below the surface. It was dreadfully inconvenient for everyone, but it opened a vast black ocean to you. Welcome to the Undersea. Choose a past. I don't know what the pro is to not choosing a past. I think it's just like a difficult thing to do, because it's nice to have a past that gives you a boost instantly to 50, I believe, to any stat you want. So choose a past. We're going to go with Poet. So we'll give you a bonus to pages, skill of trickery, and knowledge. Educated and articulate, you seek a sensation at sea. How lucky you had a legacy to spend. Your long-vanished father had a rich patron, it seems. Also, the writing in this game is really good. So we click pages, and that bumps us up to 50. And depending on which past we choose, we get a throwaway awful officer. In this case, I got a first officer, the Sly Navigator, +1 to mirrors. That sucks. A good officer, once you've gotten their quest done or leveled up or whatever, will be up to, like 2 different skills. One of them 9, one of them 6. That's pretty common. So we're up to 50 pages. As you can see, this got a little boosted right here, which is really handy, because you can talk to different officers to level up your skills as well, to spend your secrets, which is another tricky part, is until you have officers that can level up all your different skills, there'll be some you're not leveling up. And you can't level up pages at all with any officer. I think there's one, but they only level up like up to 50 or whatever, and I'm already at that now. So I wanted to get a page boost as soon as I could, because I can level up everything else, and I have more secrets to level up everything else. So we got that. Sly Navigator, we gained 20 Echo. This is our Echo right here, 2,000. It's the currency that we use in the game, so we got extra 20. Okay. So we have 3 choices for how we want to win the game. Your father's bones. Your father is lost at sea. You never knew him, but you often dreamed of him. Find and return his remains to London for a decent burial. This is the most... I'd probably recommend this for people who are just starting the game, because it's It's a very finite and direct way to win the game, because you have to follow this quest line, and I've never done it, but I've seen parts of it done, and it's just very straightforward and easy to understand. Fulfillment is the one I just did, where I had to do the Song of the Z, and it's a little grindy. It's a cool way to like explore the whole game though and get a good feel for how it all works. But there are some elements where you really have to grind. You have to just like do the same things over and over to get different uh, currencies or whatever items to build this thing, which will let you retire, which is what I did. And then wealth, which I assume is just get a lot of money, which again would end up being very grindy. So I'm gonna go with the Your Father's Bones story, just because it's more finite, and the fulfillment will take a long time because I've already done it. I don't want to do it again. And for a new game plus, I want it to be a little more focused. I want it to have a little more of a drive as to what I'm doing. Find where he fell and bring him home. You found your father's bones. You to explore fallen London to find your first clue. Okay. Captain, and regularly with Harbour's master. They wish to know what term of dress you prefer ashore. I don't know why this is pertinent, but we're going to do it. I always like to go with Captain. Just what people address us by. We choose our avatar. I did this guy last time, and I always felt like young and intrepid, and I never felt like I grew into that avatar. So I'm thinking either this guy or this guy. That one's not bad. I might do this one. Okay. And we are going to be... What should our name be? We're going to be Clark. The trail is cold, but now you have a lead. Mr. John Huffman, editor of the unexpurgated London Gazette. You publish your poetry from time to time. 1 week ago, he casually mentioned that your turn of phrase is very like your father's. Whew. I'm gonna need water. Also, this video is probably gonna go for another 30 to 40 minutes, an hour or so for this first session. Huffman curls his fingers around his steaming cup, a protection against the dank cold of the morning. Oh yes, I knew him, a man of some talent, your father, but he turned that talent to love poetry, ghostwriting it. There's also some typos mixed in here, if ghostwriting it, if you understand me. And as you may know, love poetry draws the attention of a particular power. He glances out of the window. You follow his gaze to where the spires of the Echo Bazaar rise above London. Huffman leans forward. The masters of the bazaar, he says very quietly, took an interest in your father. So although I liked him, and although I like you, I will need something to set against the risk. Bring me news from the Z. Okay, I need to bring him a Z story, Tale of Terror, Memory of Distant Shores, and he'll tell me more. Z story, Tale of Terror, Memory of Distant Shores, those were the 3 things I had to collect 77 of each in order to do the fulfillment ambition. And Z stories are much more grindy to come by. So, okay. We have this book that tells us a bunch of different things, basically everything I just told you. So we're going to sell it for 50 gold, or 50 echo, which is a nice little addition to the game. I inherited my previous lodgings, which is a townhouse. Before, you have like a room above the inn. It costs like 10 gold to sleep in it. You lose like 10 terror. It sucks. You get 1 restful night. And you can't really do anything in it. So, I have some heirlooms. I have 3 heirlooms from my previous game. So I'm going to try to sell them, and they give you a random number of echo between some number and some number. So I'm going to sell them off and see what I end up with. So I have 5,000 gold echo selling off my heirlooms. I'm going to read the morning paper, which will give me a recent news. This can be used to give to people in different ports outside of Fallen London because they'll want to hear it. You'll get something in return. Just a little blah blah here. I'm not going to read everything. No need to rest in the townhouse. Don't need to retire. I just started. Okay, so can unlock the university with a secret. It's been so long since I've been this early on. Offer two colonists a passage to Venderbite. We're going to take this. It'll give us a good excuse to go north. Take them north to colony of Venderbite, sell them there. It's oddly difficult to die in Fallen London, but when a Londoner is too tatty and wretched to live, they wrap themselves in bandages and take ship for the tomb colonies. Your crew cart these ones aboard in padded coffins. They sleep there until the journey is done. Tomb colonists are like people who aren't quite dead, and they just want to be not quite dead people, I guess. That's a nice little like quest to kind of set you out into the world early on. I'm not going to hire any more crew because we're at 8 out of 10. If you fall below the halfway point for your threshold of your ship, you will go permanently. You can only go up to 1 speed. It halves your speed, and it sucks. So I always want to make sure that I am above half. Right there. Hold. All right, I got this. Oh, that's the gun I start with. It automatically equipped my good one. So I can actually sell that crappy one. I don't even know what... This one? Yeah, I can sell it for 10. Great. Okay. So, I have 10 fuel, 5 supplies. Nothing to sell. A dream of red. Victus token. Okay. Let's see here. What do I want to buy? I feel like I need to buy something. How much is the Corvette right now? Corvette is 3,000. I think I'm gonna upgrade to the Corvette because it's just a better ship than this one. It has same hold capacity, but the hull is better. The hull is 200. I have 75 right now, and honestly, that's just like not cutting it. It's really close when you are getting battles with someone and you have 75 hull. So I'm gonna dump 3,000 now to get the Corvette, which is kind of your first ship upgrade. We're gonna call it. What should we call this? This is tricky. Let me see if I can open up Lovecraft and find like a random word he made up. Rudimas. Okay. We got the Rudimas. Cool. Alright, so, we can now fit a forward weapon as well. We're gonna get a forward weapon with the Memento Mori, though. And we already do 20 to 28 damage. That's not bad. That is not bad. I'm gonna take that for now. I want to keep my 2,000. I'm gonna invest in some more fuel. Certainly some more supplies. We're gonna go 20 fuel, 15 supplies for now. And then I'm going to go to London, and I'm going to try to hire on more crew. Got 3, nice, for 30 Echo. That puts us up to 11 out of 15. I'm fine with that. Okay. I think we're good. So we're going to hit launch here. And we are setting sail. Looks a little jittery. I hope that'll pass. Alright, so what we're going to do, I'll use WASD to move. Usually use just A and D, left and right. There we go, it's smoothing out a little bit. We're going to head straight up, and yep, Hunter's Keep is right up here. This first run, and pretty much the only run for this session, is going to be stuff that's always in the same spot. Everything on the coast is always in the same spot. All that. So we just discovered Hunter's Keep, and we're going to go up to Vendor Bite. Maybe Wither, hit Gators more on the way down if it's nearby. So that'll be what's happening. So, okay, docking here. So this is kind of how the game works. We go to different places, we dock. And actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to launch, and I'm going to turn off my light, just to save on fuel. When you leave a port, like I have now, I left the port and I stopped. A timer will go, and once it reaches 60 seconds, something is going to pop up right here. And it's going to be called Something Awaits You in Port. And basically what that does is it's like a one-time story offer for any port. Every port has like a number of different things that can happen. And depending on what text comes up down here when you get Something Awaits You in Port, it'll give you a certain Something Awaits You in Port designated number. So it'll pop up, and I'll get, like, let's say Something Awaits You in Port, and it'll be the value of 77. So if this place has Something Awaits You in Port, something between 50 and 100, 77 will fall between that. So air trembles, a breath of change passes. I'm actually going to see what that is. Just for you guys. A breath of change. The air trembles. That's 11. It might be another one, but I'm not sure. But that's Something Awaits You in Port of 11. And if that falls into a certain number, then I'll get a certain event on any given port. So that's just something that you can do, is make sure you get Something Awaits You in Port before you dock in a place, and then you can have access to more big things happening in that port, if that makes sense. So we got Hunter's Keep. It's kind of this creepy old mansion place here. You can read this stuff if you want to. Let's present ourselves at the house. A maid with smoldering topaz eyes shows you into the parlor, where 3 young women wait. A visitor, the youngest cries. The next youngest chuckles. The eldest sighs. Do excuse the indecorum, she says. Visitors are rare. You are very welcome. I am Cynthia. The nosy one is Phoebe. The cheerful one is Lucy. You are in good time for lunch. Will you join us? So you see here, Something Awaits You in Port. This right here is the little, like, card. That's another good way to look at this game, too, is, like, having a card of something. Like, I have this card, I can play this. I can have lunch with any of the 3 sisters, and it will use up that Something Awaits You in Port, and this lamppost will go away. So, I have to pick a sister, and they'll each do something different. I think one of them, like, scares me and gives me a tale of terror. One of them does something else. I know one of them will get rid of your hunger up here. Let's try Cynthia. Lost hunger, tale of terror, gained 1 terror, gained 1 supply. That's pretty much it. Grasps your arm and whispers to you. Her eyes are wide and blue. Her hair is wild and tangled. Bats might nest in it. It seems to you that you are sitting on a hillside above a wide blue lake, listening to a story of a murder. An axe, a net, blah, blah. And then you can then use recent news in exchange for not having Something Awaits You in Port, and do it again. So I will do that, and I'll do Lucy this time. 1 supply, lost 6 terror. So she gives you a supply. You get Stone's Attention, which is a god. And you lose 6 terror. Okay. That's whatever. Reconnoiter the island. This will give us a port report. Early game, these are important to get fuel and Admiralty favor. Back at London, there's an Admiralty, and anytime you give them a port report of a place that you haven't been before or haven't given them a port report for before, you'll get favor. And you can use that favor and trade it in to get cheaper hull repair, some extra fuel if you need it. It's very handy. And you can always use port reports of places you've already been before as a way to get an extra fuel. So as you're going around exploring, you're always picking up port reports, and you just put them all in at the Admiralty. When you get back, you'll get like 10, 15 fuel. It's really handy. So that's all we can do there. We're going to set off again. We're going to head up to Venderbite. There's going to be a lot of downtime. I'm also streaming this. No one's watching at the moment, but there's going to be a lot of downtime. Also, this is the map. I know where a lot of stuff is on these spectrums, but everything in here is going to be shuffled a little bit. Areas stay similar, but they get kind of moved around a little bit. So you're not going to find something that was in the top corner in the bottom corner on the other side now. So that's at least, a little relieving. Also, discovering new locations and landmarks gives you fragments. You get 50 for every new one. So I'm about to hit a new fragment right there. Everything just went down in the bar. So I have a secret, which I can now spend. Also, I should talk to my officer. I have no idea what this guy does. What does he want? He wants to go to Frostfound. But now you mention it, I've always had a desire to see Frostfound, the place where the Z rises from the castle. We might be able to make that happen, buddy. It might be close by. Frostfound is like up near the very north. It should, like last time it was right here for me, so we can definitely do that. I hope. But yeah, this went all the way full, now it's empty again. Sadly, fragments don't carry over one secret bar to the next. Now I have a secret, which I can spend, but I should wait before... wait till I get back to unlock the university. Oh yeah, the tomb colonist that I brought. Days of Shrooms and Roses. The new tomb colonist surveys Venderbite, shaking her head. It won't do. It won't do at all. I had no idea the place would be so unprepossessing. Perhaps I can liven it up a little bit yet. Bring 10 units of mushroom wine to Venderbite. And okay. So I need to bring 10 units of wine here at some point. I need to remember that. Will that show up in my journal that I need to do? Objective? Bring wine to Venderbite. Good. Good. Okay, Venderbite. Let's gather gossip. That's a port report. It's remarkably hard to die here. They settle here in Bandage Peace. It's kind of an interesting place. A lot of lore. A lot of lore. So let's use our Something Awaits You. We'll get a random event based on whatever value our Something Awaits You import was. So this is Monumental Ruins. Builders of this place worked with great slabs of Neathwall stone, carved with blank eyes, unsmiling eyes, and blocky stoic serpents. We can picnic using one supply. I'd rather not. We can search, and this is where our skills come into our skill checks. Based on 35 mirrors, I have a 41% chance of success at this. Let's try it. I succeeded. You're not the first to come here. Someone's left a long oak casket under a carpet of creepers. We got a cache of curiosities. It's just like a random thing that we can open up, see what's inside. Got a cask of mushroom wine. Now I only need 9 to bring here. We can sell it. Nothing good in the shops, and I think let's start the first curator quest. This is good. First curator responsible for the preservation of the tomb colonies. I'm gonna blow my nose because I can't talk very well. That's better. The first curator gives audience. My, like, nasal cavities get, like, bad. The first curator responsible for the preservation of the tomb colonies. It has been here much longer than London, like all the oldest tomb colonists. But even the tomb colonist is all in the end. It's time it's close. Close. So it's this person hiding in the dark who doesn't like to see the light. But they give you this book and they want you to get 7 colors. That, like, can't be described very well. Pelican, Irigo, Viric, Violent, Epicyan, Gant, and Cosmogon. And once we bring all those, we can get some okay stuff, all things considered. So I just wanted to start that quest just to get that out of the way. Alright, now I'm going to continue north. We might be able to come across some bats here, and I can show you some combat. We're in fog right now, so our visibility is down and our terror is going up a little bit. These orange dots, tan dots going around. Now they're red. Red goes around quicker, tan goes slower. Green is stagnant or actually will go down. So I'm not seeing anything. It's a little laggy. Why do I have this, like, perpetual cold? Alright, hopefully we don't run into a lifeberg up here, which is a huge, like, alive iceberg. This is Wither up here. Got something that you import back. What is that? I don't remember that being there. Is that just a thing? There's a lifeberg up there. Has 400 hit points. So we're going to dock in with her. Just stay here for a bit. Get her port report. Alright. Gather intelligence. What do they do here? Salt pools. Shore leave usually is a chancy way to reduce terror. We don't need to worry about that right now, because we have a good place that can reduce terror back in London, thanks to inheriting my previous lodgings, because I am the child of my previous guy. Oh, okay. This one is interesting. We can approach this woman, and she will run away and turn into something that we can try to destroy, or we can avoid her and not worry about it right now. I'm going to play it safe. We got Memory of Distant Shores. Because I don't want to risk stuff right now. She goes into the water and turns into, like, this huge creature. Okay. Oh, dang it, the lifeberg saw me. Not good. And I don't have my good engine. I should have bought a good engine, because I have the bad engine right now, which means I'm slow. Leave me alone, buddy, please. I also haven't described how the combat works yet. Codex. A desperate cave full of mute exiles and an inexplicable colony of shivering, bad-tempered monkeys. No one will speak. This will be a challenge. It's kind of an interesting place. Codex. Still a little stuttery. Okay, so I'm kind of angled down towards where I think Frostfound usually is. We're going to see if it's out here. So far, stuff is definitely different. I'm not finding Frostfound. I'm going to send out my Z-Bat, which will go in a circle and locate anything nearby I can find. Ragged Crow. It's way up there. Frostfound has to be nearby. Also, I'm pretty sure the Ragged Crow has a moth around it, and I don't want to get anywhere near that. Once I find Frostfound, I'm heading down. Also, this is a snowstorm. If I go into it, I might get lowered down to 1 speed. Found the Ragged Crow. Alright, let me set up my Z-Bat again. I need to find Frostfound. No islands. Really? Where is Frostfound? Keep sending this thing out. Heading down into uncharted areas. This could be dangerous. Salt Lions is a long way to the south. That's directly below us. I kind of want to hit that last because I need 20 free space to do that properly. Also, what's over here? I don't want to keep seeing that. I want to see something else. This whole area is like devoid of anything. This is like right where Gator's Mourn was before. Like right here. Huh. Strange. Strange doing a new chart, I'll tell you that much. I'm not finding anything. And I need 20 free hold space, so I got 5 things left. Dang. I feel like there was something down here. I see something here. Is that just this? But yeah, as I'm streaming this, it's definitely going to be more casual. Well, there's a jelly flea. I can probably take it down. Get a strange catch, maybe. Be good for some officers' quests. Get going. Okay, so basically what's happening is I have this window right here, the red circle, half moon, and that's my firing radius for my gun right here. Any enemies I target in this bar is going to fill up around the weapon. And once it's all the way full, I can click it and definitely hit the enemy. I can technically click it before, but the lower the bar is, the less chance I have to successfully hit it. So you can gamble if you want, but it's not always a good idea. But that's basically how the combat works. You have your light on, it'll turn up faster, and your mirror skill determines how quickly... Oh my gosh, please, no! He hit me. 8 damage. 8 damage. Ooh, can I do it one more time before he hits me again? No. Shoot. Suffered 16 damage, but oh well. So you move over it, and you'll get whatever they got. Let it disperse does something. I don't remember what. Scoop it up, you get a strange catch, which is what I want because your officers usually need them for something. So, alright, where am I going? Do I have 20 hold space? I will soon. These are the salt lions. I can carry sphinx stone from them. They're like big monuments that people have been like harvesting for its stone. And I can bring 20 units of it back to London. Now that I did that, I'm going to search again, see if I can find anything nearby. No islands nearby. Okay, that's fine. Okay, 23. Since I'm just waiting for it to happen, I'm going to jettison fuel. Probably a bad idea, but oh well. Carry Sphinx Stone to London. I need a $200 20 Echo deposit to do it. Got it. Visit the Unmakers. Compile port report. Need to do that. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 port reports. Visit the Unmakers. Lost 5 Terror. That's basically it. So let's launch, and we'll just head straight back. And I will end the session / stream. We'll pick up next time. I'm doing some more adventuring. I want to cut out as much of this black on my map as I can, because I'm racist. I'm angled straight back, so there's got to be something up in here. It's like empty. I've never seen that. It's probably going to show me something like Station 3 as I get down closer. I'll turn off my light for a bit, save on some fuel. My terror will go up quicker because it'll be red. Also, these glowing green lights on your ship mean you're in the darkness. So if you turn your light on, they'll eventually go away and you won't be in the red darkness anymore. I think? No, because it's like that. Oh no, I can't take you right now. I cannot handle you right now. It basically means that you're in the darkness. So once these go away, it means you're green and you're good. So if I turn them on, they might go away at some point. My lights. Also, the music there they go, which means I'm green. The music in this game is fantastic. There's a lot of great areas that have great music. Very spoopy. I use my recent news. I don't need to go there. You can go to this port right here, this ship, and give them recent news, and they'll give you a Z story. I had to do that like 34 times, going back and forth between London and the ship. It took me like 30 minutes to get my fulfillment ambition last time. Alrighty. We're here. Alright, story that only appears when you've been at sea for a little while. Actually, it only appears when you have something way to import. I think, collect messages from the harbor master. We have a free evening, and someone wants to sign on. We're going to deliver our Sphinx Stone, get 500 Echo, which is a 300 Echo profit. Sign, here's a receipt, here's your discretion contract, penalty contract, your vision blurred by end of all of it. Lost 2 Terror. I spend a secret and get access to the university, which will unlock the Alarming Scholar, who we can use to sell different things to, just for gold. Echo. A new recruit. So this is where we can engage officers or just a simple Zailer. If we just need like 1 extra Zailer for, 5 Echo. Rather than doing the gain 1 to 3 in the harbor. We got the Carnelian Exile and Maybe's Daughter. Mirrors and Pages, Veils, Iron Engine Power. I'd like to do Maybe's Daughter first over Carnelian Exile. Carnelian Exile, I didn't even finish her quest because it's insanely crazy. So I'm going to do Maybe's Daughter. Lost 30 Echo. Got Maybe's Daughter. So we can stick her in there. And she Veils +6, Iron +3, Engine Power +100. Engine Power will go a little faster. Invite her to dine with you. Got a strange catch. We can do this one. 1 supply. She needs to find her mother. That's her quest. And there's a bunch of different places. I gained 1 secret. A bunch of different places that we can do this. Port Carnelian, Naples, which is actually above on the surface. We can travel to the surface. The Chelenate, Wither, Isle of Cats, Khan's Shadow, and Irem. Right? Yeah, Irem. Cool. So we started that. This guy, he says that his mentor is very fond of adventurous sea captains and wants to offer a dispensation, which is just like some fuel and supplies. But I've always felt weird about it, and I've never wanted to do it. So I always refuse it. And I don't even need it right now because I'm good on echoes. So that's fine. Oh, I need 1 of each? Oh, well then I should have used my recent news at the thing. I didn't know that. Okay. Morning paper. Sometimes there's a coupon in the news. And you get a free supply. 15 terror. Let's get rid of it. Using 100 echo. Can use that. What have I hold? Nothing. Oh, we go to London, visit Admiralty's Surveys office, trade in our stuff, our port reports. So we got 5 echo, fuel, and a favor. Venbite, 10 echo, fuel, and a favor. Wither, 20 echo, fuel, and a favor. Once you get 3, you can unlock the Admiral himself, who can give you different things. And the main thing is getting this strategic information. It basically tells you go to this port, get strategic information. It can be traded in for gold. It's like a consistent, unlimited way to get that. And he wants us to go to Wither, which we know where that is. That'll be easy. Port reports, Codex, 20, 1 fuel. Salt Lions, 20, 1 fuel. So that put us back up to 10 fuel, which is what we had at the beginning. So we broke even. I want to get a better engine, please. We have this one. It has 800 power. I'd like to get this one with 1500. That's the one I had for a long time in the other game. And it's a good one. It's a good one. Okay, is there anything else I'm missing? I don't think so. Oh, Crows in the Wolfstack docks. This will give me a chance to run into like somebody and have sex with them. Got recent news. That's fortunate. Lost 10 echo. Oh wow, I got it right away. Let's get it on with a likely lass. When the evening ends, you're still together. Cool. That means I'll have a kid later. I don't need to really fix my hull. It's fine. So... okay. I think that's it for now. Next session, find Frostfound. Head up to Wither again. It'll be a good place to head off to find it. Get that strategic information. Start looking for Maybe's things. And just kind of overall generally looking around in this upper quadrant. This is kind of like, this is how it goes. It goes like here in terms of like difficulty. Over here. So you start like with this corner, this corner, this corner, this corner. But usually is how it works. The harder stuff is down on the bottom. It gets kind of hard over here, but it's not that bad. I think that's all. So thank you everyone for watching. Tune in for the next time. I'm streaming this on Twitch, twitch.tv/AlexHeights. Link in the description. Yeah, hopefully I'll be able to stream for a good amount of time next time. I'm excited to see where this goes. I'm very excited. I've never done the Father's Bones quest, so we'll see. But yeah, fare thee well.